Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about psychology, key issues and controversies. What are the major issues and controversies in psychology? Let us know about that. The first major issue or controversies in psychology is nature versus nurture. This is perhaps the most famous debate in a sense that mainly psychologists, they also focus on the contribution of heredity, that is, nature, and also environment, which is nurture, in shaping individuals' psychological traits. So, every individual, what kind of psychological traits or behavior they are showing, it is the contribution of either heredity or environment. So, in this issue, what this nature means, it's the influence of innate biological factors such as genes, brain structure, and other biological process that makes or form the psychological traits and behaviors of an individual. Whereas the nurture, it's the influence of environmental factors, including how was the upbringing of that child, the personal experiences, the culture they were evolved in, the education they got, and the behaviors they learned throughout their lifespan. So now currently, how it is taken is most psychologists now adopt an interactionist approach, which means that these psychological traits and behaviors are almost always the result of a complex and continuous interaction between these genetic predispositions and environmental influences. That is, it is both nature and nurture which makes gene environment interaction. The next major issue is free will and determinism. So, here, after nature and nurture controversy, this is other controversy that revolves around the extent to which human behavior is matter of choice or is entirely the result of forces outside of conscious control. So, is it free will or is it determinism? Is it matter of choice or entirely the result of forces outside of conscious control? So, what is free will? Free will is a belief that individuals are self-determining and are free to choose their thoughts and actions, suggesting a degree of personal responsibility. This view is central to humanistic approach in psychology. Next is determinism. So determinism view that all behavior is caused by internal or external factors over which we have no control. Determinism can be biological, it can be environmental, and it can be psychic also. So, biological in a sense that behavior can be caused by genetics, brain chemistry. It can be environmental in a sense that it is caused by external factors like learning or understanding the social norms, and it can be psychic because sometimes it is caused by unconscious conflicts or innate drives, example in Freudian theory. Next major issue is holism versus reductionism. So this debate concerns the best way to study and explain complex psychological phenomena. So what does holism say? Holism says that human behaviors will be viewed as whole integrated experience, not just a simple component. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. But reductionism says that human behavior can be explained by reducing it to the simpler, more fundamental elements, such as biological reductionism, that means explaining behavior in terms of neurons, genes, or biochemical processes, and other is environmental reductionism. That means explaining behavior in terms of simple stimulus response links. Next major issue or controversy is idiographic versus nomothetic approach. We can easily understand this through the two primary goals of psychological research, that is qualitative and quantitative. In ideography approach, we focus on the individual case as a means of understanding behavior, emphasizing the unique experience and characteristics of one person or a small group. So it uses qualitative research method, example, case study. But on the other hand, nomothetic approach, it aims to study large groups of people to establish general laws or principles of behavior that apply to many people. So it typically uses quantitative research methods. It can be experiments, it can be surveys in more amount of sample. The last one, but not the least, ethical and social issues. There are so many philosophical debates right now, but there are significant practical and ethical controversies in psychological research. The one is bias in research. Okay, there are researches going on, but there can be some of the biases in research, right? So that can be gender bias, that can be cultural bias. Gender bias in a sense that maybe it is more androcentrism, that means male behavior is viewed more as the norm, where cultural bias that can be assumed that the findings based on one culture, often Western, and it is, however, applied in the Eastern society, or it might be taken as universally, that is ethnocentrism, or the need to understand behavior only within its specific cultural context, that is cultural relativism. Next is socially sensitive research. So many research are carried out without understanding the responsibility of the privacy and how it can affect others. So studies that are carried potentially in the form of social consequences or implications either directly for the participant or for the group they represent. So it can be research in intelligence difference, criminality, or mental illness. This raises critical questions about responsibility, privacy, and the use of research finding. So these controversies, these issues, there are a lot other if you want to study. So I have picked some of the controversies from the introductory textbook of the psychology. So for more, you need to go on each topic in the related concerned references for understanding more about it. Thank you so much for looking this video, watching this video. Thank you.